Today we're creating beautiful home decor DIYs using Thrifted finds and Sonnet's March Makers Box. If you love budget-friendly decorating, thrift flips, vintage-inspired decor, and creative DIY projects, stay tuned. The March Makers Box contains recycled papers, the Rabbit Keeper's Ledger, and the Garden Merchant pattern, and also the Painted Photographer rice paper, Leah's Heirloom carrots, and Bunny in Bloom. There's also this cute little country Easter napkin and milk paint in the color of Cheshire. Fusion paint colors in Champlain and Inglenook, and DIY paint in Gypsy Green and Faded Burlap. I got a candle for Christmas and it came in this beautiful box. So as pretty as it is, I'm going to paint over it, and I'm also going to remove that top knob. I will definitely set this aside and we will repaint it and reuse it. I'm going to use the Fusion paint in Champlain and paint the top inside of the box. Also use that same paint to paint the little ring that goes on top. I'm going to be using Inglenook on the outside of the top of the box. On the bottom of the box, I'm going to be applying some liquid patina, and I'm going to be using the Garden Merchant pattern decoupage paper. I have cut it almost to size, but I did leave a little overhang that I can remove later. I'll continue adding the decoupage paper and the liquid patina all the way around. Once it's completely dry, I'm going to go around the top edge and remove the excess paper, and then I will sand around the bottom edge. It's a little easier to sand around that bottom edge than it was the top. I still had to use my razor here and there because I didn't want to tear up the box since it's made of paper. Now it's time to add that little knob or ring back to the top. So I'm going to wrap a little bit of it with this jute twine. Once I have it wrapped, I do tie a small knot, and then I fed the strings through the back of the box. And I'm going to be tying another knot, and then I will glue those ends down and cover it with more decoupage paper. While the hot glue was still hot, I did apply the decoupage paper so that it would glue in the middle, and then I went back with some liquid patina to continue to decoupage that paper down to the top. I used some quick resin in this little bunny mold that I ordered off of Amazon, and I'm going to be using some gold rub and buff on him, and I'm going to glue him to the front of that box. I decided to go ahead and dry brush a little bit of gold onto that top and around the edges of the box. Using my finger, I'll add some additional gold rub and buff.
And I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me and wait. I sing hallelujah.
This little bunny and bloom rice paper is my favorite. We're going to use one of the smaller pieces in this cedar wood block that I thrifted. I'm going to give one side of it one coat of white swan. Just as a tip, normally I use my cheaper white or black paint on things that really aren't going to show, like we're going to cover this up with some decoupage paper. So normally I use my Waverly or something, but this white swan was about to dry out, so I figured I needed to go ahead and use it. Now once that paint is dry, I'm using some liquid patina. And no, I'm not. I'm using Mod Podge. This is ultra matte Mod Podge, but it really doesn't matter what kind of Mod Podge you use because it's not going to show here. It will show if you put it on top though. So I'm going to let this Mod Podge dry, and then we'll add our paper to the top and cover it with some Teflon paper, and then use the iron-on method. And this will reactivate that Mod Podge so that paper will stick flawlessly with no wrinkles. You do want to always make sure that you get around the edges. Now once the paper is cool, you can go back with a sanding sponge and sand off the excess paper. I did go back with some stamps, and I stamped on the word cottontail, and then I used a little bit of dark wax around the edge just to make it stand out a little bit and give it a little shadow.
And I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me and wait. I sing
I see these all the time at thrift stores, and they make for the perfect wall decor because they already have kind of a built-in frame. I painted just that center oval with more of the white swan. I'll be using the carrot rice paper for this project, and as you can see, the words at the top and the bottom don't want to fit on there the way I want them to, so I'm going to make them fit. I used the wet tear method, and I just drew around or painted water around the edges of where I wanted to tear once the paper was wet, and then I will piece it back together. I have also discovered that if you paint on the back of it, it's actually a lot easier for that water to soak through. I guess it has something to do with the ink on the front. But I'm going to tear the top Leah's seeds off. We are going to reuse that. Now I'm just looking to see exactly where I want the rest of the paper to be torn. Once I have the larger portion of the paper where I want it, I'm going to spritz it with water because that does allow the fibers to stretch a little bit and also helps for it to adhere to the liquid patina and to lay nicely. And now for that top part. Actually, I'm not using liquid patina, I'm using Mod Podge again. With rice paper, it's a little bit thicker, and I found that Mod Podge works better for me than liquid patina because Mod Podge is a little bit thicker. So now I've got that Mod Podge on there. I have placed a little fill-in piece on the left there, and now I'm going to add the rest of the text to the top. I'm going to wait till the Mod Podge is completely dry. I made myself wait. It's really hard for me to wait, and usually when I try to do it when it's wet, I end up tearing the paper. So trust me, wait till it's completely dry. Now I'm going back with a razor and I'm just cutting off the excess paper. You could also use a sanding sponge for this, but I had more excess paper than I thought the sanding sponge could handle at the moment with those tight quarters, so I just used my razor. I decided to paint the inside ring there black, and this is Fusion paint. I believe it's coal black, but I'm not 100% sure. Then I realized that I still have another paint to use, so I ended up going ahead and painting this black so it would all have the same base, and then I'm going to go over it with the green paint. I went back with the Farm Fresh and tried to cover up that black, and it was not quite as easy as I thought it would be, and you can see I had lots of boo-boos around the corners, but I'm just going to pretend that's aging on the piece of wood. I added some greenery and a raffia bow to the top, and I love how this piece turned out. Let me know what you think.
And I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me and wait. I sing hallelujah.
For this project, I'm going to use this reclaimed piece of wood that I've filled in holes with some wood putty and the napkin that was included in the box. You always want to remove all the plies of the napkin except the top one that has the print. I'm going to paint one side of the wood with the faded burlap. Because the napkin is so thin, I am using liquid patina for this, and I did cut out two different pieces of this napkin that I'm going to be using. First, I'm going to put the Happy Easter at the top. I'll add more liquid patina to the bottom, and I'm going to be using that rooster. All that's left to do on this one is to let it dry and then sand away that excess napkin. To add something extra to this, I did drill a hole into the top. I added a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and then I took one of these wire picture holder things and put that into the center.
And I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me and wait. I sing
This piece is from Dollar Tree, but I am going to repurpose it and make it look very high-end. So I'm going to remove all of the paper around the center part, and then I decided to go ahead and pull that circle off and remove all the paper from the entire piece, except for that round part. I'm just going to flip it over and use the back of it. Now, I first started using this paint and then I later changed my mind. The round part will get painted white. We'll be using some decoupage paper on the top of this, so that's why I'm painting it white. So once I had this part painted, I decided to go back and use that milk paint in Cheshire because it matches the decoupage paper perfectly, of course. Sonnet makes sure everything matches and is interchangeable. So I was hoping to get some crackling on this piece, and that way that gray color will show through if I do get some crackles. I didn't get as many as I hoped, but we'll see what we think at the end. I did give this a couple of coats, and I dried it in between coats with my hot air gun. Now I'm going to go ahead and sand around the edges and sand over that paint to help loosen up some of those places where there are a few cracks and chips, because I'm okay with that. I don't want it to be perfect. Now I'm going to use some clear wax, and I'm going to go over all of that Cheshire paint. This will seal it in, and then I'm going to go back with some dark wax and rub over it, because that will really bring out any cracks and crevices. I'm using the Rabbit Keeper's Ledger for this piece, and I'll be using that rabbit. So I'm going to be painting some Mod Podge on the center round and to let it dry, because we're going to be using that iron-on method again. I sanded off the excess paper and then glued the round to the center of the breadboard. Once again, I'm using my clear wax, but I'm just going around the edge of the round because I'm going to come back with some dark wax and just give those edges a shadow. Lastly, I added this braided raffia loop.
And I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me and wait. I sing hallelujah. Anytime, any place, you stand beside me.
I hope you loved these thrifted DIY home decor ideas using Sonnet's Maker's Box. If you enjoy thrift flips, budget decor, and creative inspiration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell me which project was your favorite. Make sure to check out Sonnet's channel at Sonnet's Garden Blooms. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.